She is one of the most recognizable women in the world, a performer who rose from small New York stages.
That is so hard. Oh gosh, I have so many friends that I would pick.
To command Hollywood's biggest screens. But behind the billion-dollar franchises, magazine covers, and awards lies a far deeper story. A story of quiet rebellion, smart choices.
How dare you compare my mother to my mother? I may be like my father, but I am not like my mother.
And a relentless fight for control over her own destiny. This is Scarlett Johansson and the untold truth behind Hollywood's most powerful actress. Scarlett Ingrid Johansson was born in Manhattan, 1984. Her family didn't have wealth, only loud energy, creativity, and cramped space. Growing up beside her siblings,
You can keep your mouth shut.
You're good. You are mind-blowingly duplicitous. How do you do it? You just tear things up. You're a triple imposter.
including her twin brother Hunter, she learned early, if she wanted attention, she had to earn it. Scarlett wasn't afraid of emotion. She could cry on cue, imitate characters, and lose herself in fantasy. Acting wasn't a game, it was her language. Her mother saw that spark.
You get like the really interesting like existential question, and I get the like rabbit food question.
And began taking her to auditions. But Hollywood wasn't welcoming. Casting directors called her too serious, too intense, or simply not what we want. The rejections didn't break her, they shaped her. With each no, she became hungrier, sharper. She studied actors, studied silence, and learned how power lived in stillness.
Probably.
Yeah, because it's,
Ill-timed.
right, sends the wrong message.
Her first roles were forgettable, but she watched everything. She treated every set like a classroom. Her life changed at 19. Lost in Translation, a quiet performance. Minimal dialogue, maximum emotion. She didn't act, she lived. Audiences felt her loneliness, her yearning. She earned a BAFTA. Critics called her the future. She followed with Girl with a Pearl Earring, another masterclass in subtlety. With barely a whisper, she could communicate everything. Hollywood could no longer ignore her.
We laugh so much together, we're comfortable together, we could be ourselves together.
She could have taken predictable roles, embracing fame and easy applause. But Scarlett wanted depth, not decoration. She chose challenging films, Match Point, The Prestige, Vicky Cristina Barcelona. With each role, she proved she wasn't a pretty face. She was a serious, natural force. Then came the role that changed her career forever. Natasha Romanoff, Black Widow. At first, she wasn't the centerpiece of the Marvel Universe, but her performance transformed the character from background player to emotional core. She portrayed Natasha not as a superhero, but as a survivor, a woman haunted by trauma, yet driven by purpose. Audiences saw strength beyond physical power. They saw humanity.
Well, makes sense. The ship was dirty. Fury needed a way in. So do you.
I'm not going to ask you again.
And in that humanity, Scarlett became a global icon. Over a decade, Marvel films earned billions, and her presence helped anchor the franchise. But behind that success, another story was growing, a story of unfairness and discrimination. Despite her impact, Scarlett wasn't paid equally. The industry expected her to stay quiet, to be grateful.
It's nice to see
We have
you.
one photographer from the ACM if you don't mind. Okay.
To accept less. They were wrong. In 2021, she shocked the world by suing Disney over Black Widow's release. The film had been pushed onto streaming, cutting her earnings and violating her contract. Most actors would never take that risk. The studio was powerful. Speaking out could have ended her career. But Scarlett refused to be silenced. She fought, not only for herself, but for every performer whose value was ignored. And she won.
I'm reading the terrain. We have made some very public mistakes. We need to win their trust back.
Her victory changed how Hollywood negotiates contracts in the streaming era. It proved that even the biggest studios could be held accountable. This was Scarlett stepping beyond movie star into leader. After Marvel, she pivoted, not toward bigger explosions, but toward deeper truths. Marriage Story, Jojo Rabbit, Her. In Marriage Story, she stripped away glamour. No action, just raw honesty.
It can be both like emphatic, like something is great, and then also when something like really sucks.
A woman trying to hold herself together as her marriage falls apart. Audiences felt her pain, her vulnerability. She earned an Oscar nomination, not for spectacle, but for truth. In Jojo Rabbit, she blended humor and heartbreak. Another Oscar nomination. 2 nominations in 1 year. Proof that her power didn't rely on superheroes, it came from humanity.
Is this part of the plan?
Well, my plan was go easy on him. You want to switch it up?
Even her voice alone could carry a film. In Her, she played an AI, never seen on screen, yet unforgettable. A masterclass in vocal emotion. Few actors can move an audience without being physically present. Scarlett did. But her real evolution was happening off camera. She became a producer, then a director, shaping stories instead of just starring in them. She no longer waited for opportunities.
One thing that I Googled was, I was curious about how the FCC was founded.
She created them. And through it all, she protected her private life. In an industry obsessed with exposure, she guarded her peace. She became a mother, kept her world intimate, and refused to let fame define her identity. Scarlett Johansson is powerful not because she shouts, but because she decides. She chooses her battles. She chooses her roles. She chooses her worth. Her journey has never been about perfection. It has been about evolution, changing shape, changing direction, and refusing to be controlled by anyone but herself. Scarlett has faced criticism, controversy, and doubt, but she never allowed public opinion to dictate her identity. She moved forward, quietly, steadily, knowing that true power is not loud, it is intentional. She has made mistakes, learned, adjusted, and grown. Each shift in her career reflects a deeper understanding of who she is, not just as an actress, but as a human being. Away from the spotlight, she keeps her world small. She values her family, chooses privacy, and protects the parts of herself that fame can never touch. That balance between public and private is rare. It is the reason she has lasted when so many have burned out. Today, Scarlett stands as more than a performer. She is a builder of characters, of stories, of opportunities for others. She has the talent to lead films and the vision to create them. Her transition into producing and directing marks a new chapter, a chapter in which she is not just the face of the story, but the voice guiding it. Many actors chase fame. Many chase money. Scarlett chases meaning, craft, integrity. She has proven that a woman can lead a global franchise, fight one of the biggest corporations in entertainment, win, then return to tell intimate, emotional stories that resonate around the world. She is proof that strength is not a pose. It is a choice. Her legacy is already secure. One of the highest grossing actors in history, a critical darling, a cultural icon, a quiet fighter who rewrote the rules without ever needing to shout. And yet, her story is still unfolding. She is entering a new era, one shaped not by expectation, but by freedom. She chooses passion projects, personal stories, art that says something. Scarlett Johansson's power does not depend on how brightly she shines, but on how deliberately she moves. Every step is calculated. Every role is chosen. Every battle is strategic. She reminds us that the strongest people are not the ones who make the most noise, but the ones who refuse to break when the world pushes back. From a young girl performing in a cramped apartment to a global icon rewriting Hollywood rules. Scarlett's journey is built on talent, courage, and relentless self-belief. She became the hero of her own story, long before she ever played one on screen. This is Scarlett Johansson, not just a star, but an architect of her destiny. A woman who transformed rejection into strength, pressure into purpose, and silence into power. Her story is a reminder that greatness isn't given, it's earned. And Scarlett earned every second of it. This is her untold truth.